Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening once again from the World Junior Chess Championship 2019 happening in New Delhi, India. And before we had Grandmaster RB Ramesh with us, and one of his very own prodigies, the world covets Grandmaster Pragg, who has also joined us in the studio here at New Delhi. So first of all, I would like to welcome you, Pragg. How are you today?
Yeah, good.
So you just came out, I think, 20 minutes ago from the game. How was today's game?
Yeah, today I won and I was in the commentary.
You were doing the commentary, right? You were analyzing, and I heard it was quite an interesting variation. I
Yeah.
heard you speaking outside, huh?
Yeah, it was a complex game.
Okay, good stuff. And overall, it's been tomorrow is the last round, Pragnananda. And what kind of environment and what kind of competition was there this year in World Junior Chess Championship?
Like by rating, it was not that strong. Like in 2014, like Fedor's way, a lot of players played. But this year also, it's very strong. I mean, the quality. I mean,
It was really
it's
like
not
that.
easy to play in the tournament.
It's never easy to play. I mean, especially with such tournaments. I mean, 51 countries. And so, as a coach, what was your, I would say, the high voltage, I would say, tension or stress or always?
No, I think myself and Pragg, we are very clear this is not the most important tournament in the career. In fact, probably no tournament is like that. Probably at that phase of time, it might look very important. But we realize like in the long run, how high we go is more important than what is happening in one particular tournament. So he has a long future ahead and he is working very hard. So not really stressed out with each results game.
Right. So I have heard you speaking during the dream room. You always repeatedly say, even in the live sessions also, that winning is not important. The journey is important, in your own
Yeah.
words. So I'd like to ask Pragnananda, how often does he remind you that winning is not important, the journey is what is more important?
Yeah, sometimes in the class, he says like,
That, okay, don't focus on the result, focus on playing, huh? Okay, good stuff. And you are also one of the, I would say, integral part of the Dream Room episodes. You were in Delhi when the shooting was happening. So what was your experience when the course shooting was going on?
and it was quite new to me, like shooting and. And,
Sitting in front of camera.
Yeah, I mean, like I've been to interviews, but not like this.
Like all three,
Like,
four
yeah.
cameras, lights pointing.
And yeah, it was very interesting for me.
Okay, and as far as the games, you had a lot of blindfold episodes as well. So of course it would have been a little more of intense learning. Also, your own very coach, discussing those games with you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we do it in the class also, but it was
So we
very
had
nice.
seen in that blindfold episode, I think the Smyslow-Rubinetti game.
Yeah, the king on F.
Yeah, King on F4, Rook at 7 ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah, so how was the position?
I mean, it was just so complex. I mean, it's more complex than my game today.
It was more complex
Yeah.
than today's game.
Yeah, I mean, today's game was complex, but that was
Manageable.
Yeah, this is manageable, but that is like a lot of variations like here and like there.
And you still managed to do all the variations blindfolded. In one of the episodes, you closed your eyes with a cloth and then you did not even see the starting position. I think that is a Smyslow game. And I just told you the position, you imagined the position in your mind and you solved the whole thing and we recorded it in a live camera. So do you often train this intensely back in Chennai?
Yeah, I don't train like visualization during I work like alone.
Alone, okay.
So if we work at academy, that's all.
So in our academy, we do
Right.
this kind of
Lot
work.
Visualization work and lot of complex position.
So how strongly does that kind of exercise, and I would rather say simulations, help when you are during the tense end games and stuff like that? So how often does it come?
So
handy?
how that kind of training helps you in a regular tournament
like
game?
Today also, I think it helps because I mean, today was a complex game and
Yeah.
I mean this rook c3 and I have to take a fe5 ed6. And this rook on c3 was hanging at all time. And yeah, like that kind of like slow games also helps me.
Right, and you had your friends Murli and other people, Michelle, Katharina also, during the shooting. So how often do you guys catch up and discuss your games? Because I think 3 or 4 of them are playing here as well. So how often do you get time to catch up?
Me,
Aravind Chidambaram.
yeah, Aaron and Karthik and we work sometimes together, and we have a WhatsApp group. We speak about positions.
So during the tournament, did you guys get chance to sit over lunch or dinner and discuss, or it's just been focused on your games?
No, actually, like we are staying in different hotels, so we don't have that. Like in Abu Dhabi, we were discussing at lunch.
Right. And when Pragnananda is not playing chess, when he's not training with Ramesh, what is Pragnananda doing? Like, what do you often do? What's your the hobby or the relaxation thing?
Yeah, it's like I play table tennis in this academy. So
Only.
yes, table tennis in this terrace.
He plays as well.
Not much.
Not much.
So I used to play a lot before, but once these guys started beating me left and right, so I would prefer to be a spectator.
Right. And so your experience, because you have spent a lifetime, I would say, coaching many grandmaster, and Pragnananda being, the grandmaster which is featured in the Dream Room as well. So what was your, I would say, experience as far as paradigms are concerned when the shooting was happening? And all
Yeah, I
those
think
episodes?
so. Like I mentioned in one of the earlier discussions we had, it was my lifetime ambition that I wanted to show to the world how these young, strong players are practicing. So, like we had a shooting early last year, 2018, and all these guys, Karthik and Mulya, Arvind Chidambaram and Pragg were 1 or 2 years younger. So Pragg was probably like 12 and a half or something like that.
Right.
So I was very interested to show the world like how these young minds prepare and how they train. And the training is really hard.
It is.
So that's what we wanted to bring out in that blindfold episode as well. And we wanted to show to the world like we can actually train young children to be so powerful in their analytical abilities, and this can be taught very successfully. So this is what we wanted to bring out in that episode, and I'm quite confident that we could manage to do it. So it was very interesting experience for me, and personally very satisfying also, because we were not giving out the positions before the shooting was being
and it
done.
was more like impromptu, so it
More
was
like
actual
training session. This is how it happens in our academies as well. I don't disclose the positions beforehand, so we just put them in a difficult situation and let them handle it.
And I think we should actually mention this thing that none of the episodes in the Dream Room were scripted or staged, So as Ramesh sir just mentioned that he would walk in and give out the position. It was not that they knew the positions, right?
Yeah. So then that would really take out the learning experience out of this whole thing. So I wanted to put these guys in actual troublesome positions and then see how they react and how they handle. And in that process, if they are handling it well, that will be a good inspiration for the viewers. And wherever they are making mistakes and struggling, I could pitch in and make some necessary corrections.
Right.
And this can be very useful for a player who is trying to learn the game himself without the help of a coach.
Right.
So with this Nurture's Dream Room, I try to come up with a course which can be very useful from the learning viewpoint, especially for players who really want to improve in
Step up to that level, right?
So to higher levels.
I'm very sure the players reacted like an actual classroom scenario, and the world has also reacted in a very positive, for all good reasons. Around 50,000 plus subscribers in 90 plus countries. So that speaks that the kind of atmosphere you guys wanted to create during those sessions, the recording and the shooting. So it really has delivered itself, and the results have got delivered. And tomorrow is the last round. And what is the one thing that is in your mind right now? Of course, not about the game. Maybe dinner is on the mind. It's the dinner time. But apart from that, what is on the mind right now?
You mean after? I want to go home and just take a lot of rest.
Okay,
sleep or bed.
lot of rest. Take good rest. I'm not gonna hold you for long. And sir, what is being the last round as a coach? I'm not specifically talking about this championship. In any big tournament, for that sake, when the last round is there, and
I think it's
early morning tomorrow.
From a coach viewpoint, I've always spoken to my students about the importance of having a good night's sleep, especially when you have a morning game.
Early morning, yeah.
So even if you do a lot of preparation, but if you are emotionally tired and drained up, then you are not going to play your best chess. And in a critical game, in a crucial game like the final round, you have to be in your top shape, and you should be itching for a fight. So that's you should be ready for it emotionally, physically, and mentally. So I think this I have already clearly communicated to all my students, so they know this part. And the other thing is it's very important we finish any major tournament in a positive note.
Very true.
The last round win usually will be a good sign that things are going the right direction.
Right.
So I just wish the best players to.
And one question, Pragnananda, does he ask you to go to gym with him because he has been working out a lot, and I'm spilling all the beans about his workout schedule. So does he ask you to go to gym or not?
Yeah.
He asks you, right? Do you go with him?
If he's there, I will go. But if he's not there,
Then you don't go. I think a lot of discipline is there also needed. So what's the next tournament? Any recent or upcoming tournament you're planning?
I'm not. I'm not going to play in November. So
Okay, not in November. Okay, just more for the focus, practice, and little bit rest as well, right?
And he'll be playing in hopefully in the London Classic and
London Classic.
Sitges, huh? Okay.
Let's get to that when let's cross the bridge when we come to it. Thank you so much, Pragnananda, for your time, especially after such a tiring game, such a complex game, and thanks to you too, the coach, Grandmaster R.B. Ramesh. So we were here from the Leela Hotel, New Delhi, Grandmaster R.B. Ramesh, and the student Pragnananda, the Grandmaster. So tomorrow is the last round, the round at 10 o'clock morning Indian Standard Time. So we'll have a panel of commentators live from this place. Stay tuned, all of you. Take care and have a smile on the face. Sayonara. Thank you.